We are here with the one and only Phil LaMarr at Supanova Gold Coast. How are you, my friend?
Well, not the one and only. There's so many Phils.
Well, there is a few Phils, but you are very well known for your work.
Thank you.
You are very well loved and all over the world. You're used to probably doing tons of these cons and meeting a great bunch of people. I mean, your resumes. Jack, take a little thing of the work here, of this man's work is just, it's mind-blowing. Your IMDb is just crazy. Obviously, Samurai Jack, you got Kit Fisto, Hermes. Mate, which one do you find that people gravitate towards the most for you?
That is the wonderful benefit and the fortune of getting to be a part of a handful of incredibly great storytelling universes. So there's not just any one. You know, some are Star Wars fans, many people are Samurai Jack fans, and even people not from the future are Futurama fans. Or sometimes we get people who mention some of the on-camera things from long ago, Pulp Fiction or Mad TV.
Yes.
And so it's wonderful to be at a wonderful event like this and to take in that appreciation.
Yeah, we love you, mate. And of course, you have taken over roles of other great actors as well over the time, like Jazz, Scatman Crothers. You did Jazz on Transformers.
Well, I mean, yes, but that's sort of just taking on a role. Like Laurence Olivier wasn't the only person who played King Lear.
No, that's right.
You pass on.
That's
roles.
right.
But there's also been a handful of things where I have stepped into someone else's vocal shoes.
Yes, that's what I was.
In the show Ozzy and Drix.
Yeah.
I did Chris Rock's voice. And in Star Wars The Clone Wars, Jimmy Smits, who had played Senator Bail Organa in the live-action movies, I played him in the cartoon version.
That's a very good Jimmy Smits. Yeah. You worked with George Carlin as well, didn't you?
Yes, back in the early 90s, I got to work alongside a legendary genius comic, god.
Mate. He was. And
it's funny, he was well known for his 7 dirty words, but he was also one of the nicest people to work with.
Really? Mm-hmm. So I always wondered, yeah, he's a hero of mine, old George Carlin. Mm-hmm. Of course, Pulp Fiction is another big one, for a lot of people, man. Do you find that, you'll be out in the street somewhere and people will come up to you want to talk about that movie in particular because they've seen you on the big screen?
They maybe do that with Bruce Willis or John Travolta. But no, because the movie is full of so many huge stars.
Yeah.
No one walks up to me.
Really?
Maybe if they had a gun and had me in the backseat of their car.
Yeah, you don't want to. Hey, but yeah, you came out on top. You came out all right. But of course, is there a role that you're still chasing? Is there a dream role that you would love to tackle?
There is no such thing as a dream role until you've done it. Sure. Or I suppose actually, when you know you're working with an amazing creator, like the reason Robert De Niro always does Martin Scorsese movies, even though it's a different role each time, he knows it's going to be a fantastic role when I work with Martin. And I would say the same thing about working with Quentin, or Matt Groening, or Genndy Tartakovsky, or Seth MacFarlane. I know those are going to be great roles. So those are my roles, dreams.
Who's your Scorsese? Who's the guy that you love working with the most, that you get that?
All of those guys, including Bruce Timm, who we did Justice League with, so many. I have had the great luck to work with a bunch of Scorseses.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Of course, Green Lantern's a big one for a lot of people. You're getting a lot of people come through with action figures and things like that. Mm-hmm. Do you have a collection yourself of the roles you played in action figure form at home? Are you a collector?
One of these from years ago?
Actually, I'm less of a collector of my things than of the things that I grew up with. I'm a big comic book fan, and I'm a huge Batman fan, even though I've never played Batman. I will usually go into the artist alley with my sketchbook and beg for a classic, iconic comic book artist I grew up. Can you draw me a Batman?
Oh man, that animated series is still incredible. It's timeless.
Although, actually, one of the few pieces of art I do have of a character of mine was from my boss, the legendary Bruce Timm, who is an artist as
Yes.
well as an incredible producer. And he gave me a drawing of Jon Stewart in the style of Samurai Jack.
Oh, is that like that's in the pool room at home?
That's in my sketchbook.
Oh, it's in this. Oh, you've got a sketchbook. That's amazing. That's awesome. So, of course, what's next for you? You're going to hang out with us on the beach for a few days, have a few beers, hang out. What's next? What's back to
Well,
work?
after the Supernova is over, I've got to get back home because we've got a new season of Futurama. So
That's right.
We're recording right now.
That's right. That show I love that it refuses to die.
Well, no, it always dies, but it comes back from the dead.
I love it. I love it. Mate, thank you so much for hanging out on the show. It's been an absolute honor to talk to you today. I'm a big fan. And, mate, we will have all the links down here in the show notes and on the website. We'll see you soon.